A brand new piece of intel in the Reckoning basically confirms that Tranzit will be returning in Black Ops 7 Zombies. In the Reckoning's boss fight, you can find a new piece of intel where Panos is talking about direct areas in the Tranzit map. I'm gonna play the audio now, and I want you to try to spot where he's talking about Tranzit.
The voice spoke to me again. The great voice from beyond. My friend. It guided me through a dream state more lucid than any I have ever known. It was more than transcendental. It was transformative. I saw through the mist and fog. My gaze did not linger upon the foul wretches that wandered in search of prey. I looked upon the sprawling landscape beyond. Though this place was shrouded by darkness and tainted by trauma, I saw lights. I saw brightness. From the fields, I glimpsed a farmhouse, a sunken town, rustic and ravaged by age. A cabin overlooking the inky black water of a lake, and a pyramid somehow floating in the distance. A single tower still stood tall. Though I was alone, I knew no fear as I walked across this unfamiliar realm. When I felt a yawning hunger deep in my belly, the voice guided me towards a place of nourishment. My eyes feasted upon its saturated colors, and my appetite was swiftly sated. My thirst was soon quenched. I knew for sure this was so much more than a mere dream when I read the sign. My friend confidently issued a solemn promise. This land that once was will be restored, as will I.
Alright, now let's break this audio log down. The first thing that Panos mentions is that he saw through the mist and fog. When you think of mist and fog on a zombies map, the first thing you think of is Tranzit. Obviously, Tranzit is well known and well hated for the mist and fog that the map has. Immediately, it makes you think Tranzit. Then he says that he did not linger upon the foul wretches that wandered in search of prey. This is clearly a reference to denizens. Denizens linger in the fog, and when you go in the fog, they attack you. They only attack you in the fog once you become their prey. He says he looked upon the sprawling landscape. Sprawling landscape means a big area, and Tranzit's known as a big map, so that's just another slight little thing. He says this place was shrouded by darkness and tainted with trauma, but he saw lights. Now, this could be referring to the bus lights, the lights on the bus that we actually got a teaser for in the Black Ops 7 reveal trailer, or it could mean some other thing. There are lampposts in Tranzit. He could be saying that he's seen one of the lampposts, or he could be saying something that he's seen that is brand new to this BO7 version of Tranzit. Only time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. He says, from the fields, I glimpsed a farmhouse. Obviously, this is referring to the cornfields in Tranzit, and obviously it's talking about farm, which is also in Tranzit. This, to me, is the first direct hint that this is Tranzit. They're basically telling you, hey, I'm in Tranzit, guys. He might as well come out and say, hey, I'm Panos, I'm in Tranzit. Like, this is an obvious teaser. This is why this piece of intel is actually found in the boss fight. They wanted to make it difficult to get, because it is such a big teaser for what lies ahead. Then he says he's seen a sunken town, rustic and ravaged by age. This is clearly referring to town from Black Ops 2 Tranzit. Town is such an iconic spot of the map. I really hope they do town justice. I'm sure they'll expand it. They'll probably add the bowling alley, maybe a few more things. And town is even sunken, I would say. The ground is sunken in with the lava. The buildings are collapsing. It is a perfect description of what town from Black Ops 2 is. That's yet another clear hint that he is actually on Tranzit. He mentions a cabin overlooking the inky black water of a lake, and a pyramid somehow floating in the sky. This cabin is the cabin in Tranzit where you get the Bowie knife, and you can also get a jet gun part there. He said it's overlooking a lake. There is no lake in Tranzit. However, if I remember correctly, now this is just off memory, so I could be wrong. If I remember correctly, originally the plan for Tranzit was to have some kind of lake. I don't remember if it was a lava lake or if it was just a regular lake, but I believe that was the original plan, was to have a lake. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like they are potentially going to remake Tranzit with aspects of the map that had to be cut due to limitations of the PS3 console. So they're going to be adding back the lake. They're going to be adding new areas in between. He mentions he saw a pyramid somehow floating. Now, since we know that this map will most likely take place in the Dark Ether, he's likely referring to what we saw in the final map of Vanguard Zombies, where we can actually see these floating pyramids everywhere. And this map does take place in the Dark Ether. Like I said earlier, this is Transit, but it will have new aspects and new parts and new elements. He mentions that in the distance, he can see a single tower still standing tall. He's likely referring to the pylon that is used to complete both of the main quests in Transit. He says, though he was alone, he knew no fear and he walked across this unfamiliar realm. When he felt a hunger deep in his belly, the voice guided him towards a place of nourishment. This place of nourishment, to me, seems most likely to be the diner. He says his eyes feasted upon its saturated colors and his appetite was swiftly satiated. Diner has the most saturated and brightest colors in all of Transit. To me, this is a clear diner reference. That's pretty much all he said in the audio log, but now I want to talk about, if Transit does return, what needs to change for it to actually be a good map. Transit is literally known as one of, if not the worst maps of all time, and if they're going to remake it, they need to change several key aspects. Number one, they need to change the bus. The way the bus works in Transit is so horrible. It's so slow. It always leaves you. They need to add new features to the bus. One thing I was thinking about is just adding some way to make the bus go whenever you want and make the bus stop whenever you want. Let's say you want to just go past Power Station and go straight to town. You press square on Ted, he just drives past. Then let's say you want him to sit at town for a minute. You press square on him while he's parked. He'll just sit there until you press square on him again. Some kind of way to make the bus actually do what you need it to do. And also just more reliable fast travel systems. We had the teleporters in Transit, which was cool. But in my opinion, we need something that is permanent that will take us from one spot of the map to another. This map is so massive that traversing it is horrible. So we need many more ways to traverse it. And if we do not get that, it is going to flop. The second thing I was thinking that it needs is definitely a new pack-a-punch system. The pack-a-punch system in Transit is god awful. You literally have to place your turbine in a single spot, then run through the fog and hope that a zombie does not break it. And then maybe pack-a-punch will be open. With the modern systems, I'm sure that the pack-a-punch system will be much more simpler, and that is honestly a lot better. Any other pack-a-punch system will be better, honestly, for this map. Also, in my opinion, they need to remove the fog and the denizens. The fog and the denizens are so horrible, especially the denizens. The denizens slow you down so much. It is so sad. Please remove denizens. We do not need them. Honestly, if they add denizens to Black Ops 7, they'll probably just be in every map with how they spam enemy types these days. So please remove the denizens and the fog. I can make a whole video about things that they need to change for this map to actually work. So I'm just gonna name a few right now. And yeah, they definitely need to change some key aspects of this map if they want it to be successful for Black Ops 7. But maybe they will, maybe they won't. Only time will tell. In about a week and a half, they are fully revealing Black Ops 7, and I'm sure we will know more details about the map. And I'm very excited for that. I will definitely be updating you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest COD Zombies news. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see my thoughts on the brand new Zombies map, The Reckoning, you can click on this video right here where I go into the good and the bad of the map and tell you what I like and I did not like. So if you're interested, you click on it right here. Thank you guys for watching.